This is quiz number 8. Make sure you write your name in this area here. Bubble in what period you are in here. And then we will get working on number 1 right down here below. Again, these small numbers that you see here, that's not what the number really is. Go with the big numbers, okay? I'll try to keep logging them out every time, okay? Good luck. Godspeed. And may the force. Okay, here we go. Number 1 asks, what type of polygon has 6 sides? Okay, so which polygon has 6 sides? Is it a pentagon, an octagon, a hexagon, a triangle, a decagon, a heptagon, a quadrilateral, or nonagon? 6 sides. You mark just one on there. Here in question number 2, we want to know what is the measurement of angle A. Now remember, a quadrilateral, all 4 angles have to add up to how many degrees? If you're questioning yourself, just think, if I were to go in a complete circle, how many degrees did I go in? Alright, so we want to figure out how many degrees is an angle A. Alright, now the question spilled over onto the next page, but so you may have to flip back and forth a little bit on your paper copy. So let's go to the next page for now. Again, don't worry about those numbers there or here. Okay, so number 3, we want to find the measure of angle A. So again, just like number 2, you got 3 angles, 100, 72, and 50 degrees. What's the 4th angle? Alright, and to make sure when you go to the Google Classroom to put in your answers, you just use numbers only. Number 4. It says ABCD is a parallelogram, and the measure of DAB equals 115. Okay, so that is this angle right here. That is 115 degrees. We want to know what is ABC. Okay, so what is ABC? That's going to be this large part right here. Now remember, there's a rule that we had that talks about consecutive angles on a parallelogram. They have to add up to a certain number, one right after another. That's number 4. Okay guys, this is number 5. It's on the next page, or it was on the previous page. And they told us again that DAB, this angle right here, is 115 degrees. Okay, so we want the measurement of BCD. That's this guy right here. Okay, now again, it's a parallelogram. What do we know about opposite angles in a parallelogram? Number 6. Again, we have ABCD as a parallelogram, and the measure of DAB, once again, is 115 degrees. So we want to know to find the measure of CD. Okay, so C to D, that's this guy right here. How long is this one? Okay, remember our rules about parallelograms. Okay, BC is 18, AB is 18.5. All right. This information about the 115 may not be that important for this one. For number 7, we're going to jump over to the next page. Again, DAB is going to be 115 degrees. But again, I think I see, we're just wanting to know what BD is. BD is this diagonal right here. What's the whole thing all the way across on that parallelogram? Remember our rules about what the diagonals do to each other in a parallelogram. They cut themselves in what? That was number 7. Scroll down here to number 8. Again, your question is the big numbers, not these little ones that I'm darkening out. Okay, want to know if there's enough information to determine if the above image is a parallelogram, yes or no. So take a look at A, B, C, D. Do we know enough for this to be a parallelogram? These are pointing to the diagonals. So like B, this part here is 4, this part is 4, that part's 3, that part's 3. All right. Is this a parallelogram, yes or no? That's number 8. Number 9. Again, wants to know if we have enough info to make this a parallelogram. So take a look. You got these two are 105. This one's 75. You don't know what angle C is, but I bet you could figure it out. Okay, do a little math with these two, or these 3 angles, to figure out what this guy is. And then know your rules about opposite angles. Is it a parallelogram? That's number 9. Jump page for number 10. So here's 10. Again, wanting to know if this is a parallelogram or not. Take a close look to what we're describing here. This has 2 arcs. This one has 3. Just so you know, angle C has 3 arcs. Angle A only has 2. So is that a parallelogram? That's number 10. Number 11 states that ABCD is a rhombus. Remember your rules about a rhombus? So we wanted to find the value of y right here. Okay. Now let me give you a hint. When the rules of a rhombus are that the diagonals always make a 90-degree angle there. Okay. So what we have here is this triangle, and you need to figure out what y is. Okay, what is the measurement of y? How many degrees are in a triangle? And put that answer in for number 11. Okay guys, here number 12, they want us to find the length of this diagonal, E to H. How far is it from E to H in this rectangle if IF, which is from here to here, is 8. Okay, so this guy here is 8. So how long does that make this one? Now remember, it's a rectangle, so you got 90-degree angles. Opposite sides are going to be equal to each other as well. That should kind of help you out. That's number 12. 13. Number 13. That was for 12, that top one. Right here's 13. Wants us to find the measure of angle A. Now, this is a trapezoid right here. This is a trapezoid. Here's your base, sides right here. Notice you got tick marks here, so it makes it an isosceles trapezoid. So we have a theorem that talks about base angles. So take a look here. What is the measure of angle A? That's for number 13. 14. Again, we've got an isosceles triangle. Okay, we would now want to know how many degrees is angle B. All right. Remember your rules about the isosceles trapezoid. D is going to be equal to A. Now figure out what the other two are going to be, and then break it in half to find an angle B. And then number 15, last page here. This is number 15. Okay, we've got another trapezoid. We want to find the length of the mid-segment. The mid-segment is this part right here. We want to find out how long that is. All right, remember your formula. Whoops, need a pen there, not a lightsaber. To find the mid-segment, you add the bases, divide by 2. Okay, make sure you put your answers in, use numbers only, or bubble them in. Take your time, go back over anything, listen to it again. Have a good day.